Nightingale version 0.6 has come out, and with it some significant changes to building. The biggest one being that the building menu has been merged with build mode, and it puts everything in one spot. In my opinion, unifying them is the best thing Inflection has done for building. Lots of other stuff has changed, so let's take a more detailed look at the new build mode. As always, make sure to toggle Show Advanced Building Information to On. You can do that in Options, Gameplay, and then Gameplay again. Build mode is now bound to the B key on your keyboard or D-pad down on your controller. Bringing it up launches the build mode interface, which now gives a ton more information. On the left side is a small window that previews our currently selected build item. It has stuff like flavor text, traits if it has any, its limit value, and what materials it requires. On the right side are our build mode controls. Here are the defaults for keyboard and mouse, and here are the defaults for an Xbox style controller. This section changes depending on what we're doing at the time, like if we have something selected or not. When there's nothing directly selected, it shows copy, move, remove, and cancel like it always has. And then there's the realm building points meter down at the bottom. Probably the big change here is that you can select between two different build modes, free and search. And this changes the way that items and tiles are selected. It's a bit difficult to sum up, but think of it as changing your focus between the job that you're doing and the tools that you're doing the job with. For example, free mode allows you to use your mouse and controller to adjust your character's POV while still being able to allow you to select whatever building item you want. Whereas search mode locks your character's POV and prioritizes mouse and controller movements to the build mode interface itself. Up top here are the category selectors. They are split up into estate, tiles, crafting benches, augmentations, furniture, and lighting. You can select these with the number keys on your keyboard, or you can scroll through them with the bumper buttons on your controller. Once you've selected a category, you can then scroll through subcategories. That's with Q and R on your keyboard, and the trigger buttons on your controller. Each of the subcategories are pretty self-explanatory. For example, the different tile sets make up for the subcategories under tiles, and tiers make up the subcategories for crafting benches and augmentations. And then we've got the item and tile selection part itself, which changes depending on which mode you're using. With free mode, use your mouse wheel or D-pad left and right to browse through the items you want to build. But in search mode, items and tiles are browsed directly with the mouse controller or with your left thumbstick. There's also a search bar down here at the bottom, which definitely helps finding items, especially if you've just picked it up or if you're still unfamiliar with all this. Here, let's do an example and search for displays. See, like all the categories appear grayed out except for these two. There's even a little magnifying glass icon to show where the search leads to. I honestly think it's a little bit small. Maybe a simple bronze triangle just pointing up is better. Although I think that this search feature is really good, I honestly couldn't get to it using the controller. If anyone knows how to do that or what the deal is with that, let us know down in the comments. Regardless, once you've selected an item or tile, the entire interface changes. It minimizes greatly to give precedence to your selected building item, and although the interface shows the different categories and subcategories, you can't actually change them, at least not until you cancel out and go back. The controls on the right side also adjust to reveal whatever functions are available to you. So for example, for this tile we can place, rotate, or increase height. Some information also appears to the right of the cursor, like how many hit points the tile is going to have, and what resources are missing in order to build this out. It should also show the limits for the building that you snap your tile to, as long as you've got advanced building information on. In my opinion, both build modes are pretty intuitive, with search mode being more forgiving for newer players, or for those still trying to get a handle on it. I personally prefer free mode when building because it keeps my focus on the task at hand. But I feel like both take a bit of getting used to no matter what, so I highly recommend doing some light building to help you get used to it. Overall, the changes are really good, and they're much needed. To me, this is much improved, and it's more intuitive and organized, and it makes building that much faster and more free-flowing. But let me know what your thoughts are. Do you think this build mode is better or worse than before? Do you think there could be improvements? Let us know down in the comments. In any case, thanks for watching, and please sub for more. Peace.